number when we come back. A Wall Street Journal editorial. Real pressure, folks. Once again, the freshman Republicans and the House leadership, they're very nervous. The entire political establishment is aligned against them, which means the entire political establishment is aligned against congressional conservatives. The Senate Republicans, the Wall Street Journal editorial, the Democrat establishment, the Democrats in the Senate, the Democrats in the House, they are all lined up. And over this one thing, whether or not we're going to have this payroll tax cut for 2 months or for a year. And the Wall Street Journal, just summarize, the Wall Street Journal is afraid that the Republicans holding out for a full year instead of 2 months, which is what everybody else wants, is going to make it look like to voters that the Republicans don't care about tax cuts for the middle class, that thus Obama is going to be able to steal and purloin the issue, and going into a campaign year, Obama is going to be the guy that looks like the big tax cutter, stealing the issue from the Republicans, and all woe is us, so worried about this. In the meantime, the substance of this issue is being totally ignored at the expense of playing the political game. So what is apparent to me, and I shall detail this as the program unfolds, what's apparent to me is that the view that you and I have about the country and its perilous state right now is not shared. We know by the Democrat establishment. Continuing evidence is that the Republican establishment does not really see the country threatened or imperiled. This is just the latest political cycle. That's just, Democrats happened to win last time. It's going to be our turn soon. It's nothing really out of the ordinary here. $17 trillion national debt. No difference in $5 trillion. President of the White House is waging war in the middle class. Not that big a deal, Mr. Limbaugh. We'll fix all this. We get our turn back. In the meantime, the substance of this issue, this payroll tax cut, FICA, Social Security, what's actually being done here, what it actually means, and the substantive reason to not let Obama win this, to not let the Democrats win this, to insist on this being for a full year, is being lost. In fact, what this is even being lost. This is, on the one hand, they tell us that Social Security is not really a tax, right? It's a deduction. It's a contribution. This is simply citizens paying into their own retirement, and they'll get the money, but it's not a tax. Now all of a sudden it's a tax. Now all of a sudden it's a tax cut. No, it's the only mechanism for funding Social Security that there is. The Democrat president, see, if we had a team that was on offense, rather than trying to defend something, if we had a team that was on offense, what we'd be doing is making the point that the Democrat president is trying to underfund senior citizens' retirement. I don't know about you, but as a Republican, I'm sick and tired of having been told all my life that I want to kick old people out of their houses, and that I want them to eat dog food, and that I don't care about their health care, any of that I want to cut their Social Security. That lie has been around for as long as I can remember. Well, now look what's happening. The only funding mechanism is being underfunded by $250 to $500 billion a year by the Democrat president, and nobody talks about that. No, we get caught up here, and oh gosh, Obama's going to get away with a tax cut idea, and we're going to have it stolen from us. Oh, no. Meanwhile, Romney, where was Romney? I guess he was on O'Reilly last night. He refuses to call Obama a socialist. He says he's in over his head, but he won't call him a socialist. And that's nothing. Imagine asking Romney to call him a Marxist. So it's coalescing here, what we face and where we are.